If OK Boomer was a digital assistant like OK Google, what sorts of answers would it give you to certain questions? OK Boomer. Directions to 5th and Montgomery. We don't need a map. I know where it is. Wait a minute. OK Boomer. Where's the nearest recycling center? We have trash cans. OK Boomer. Engineering job listings in my area. Job listings? You are just playing around on the internet. Figure out where you want to work and go down there. Ask to speak with a manager. Shake his hand. Look him in the eye and ask for a job. Quote. Edit. This post brought to you by painful memories of job hunting during the 2008 recession. My dad was getting on my case every day about playing on the computer when I was checking job sites and going through their infuriating sites that make me upload my resume. Then fill in fields that are on my resume 3 different times. Someone in the comments below dropped the classic "pound the pavement," and I felt my blood pressure spike. Thanks. OK Boomer. How's the weather today? Open the window and stick your arm out. Is it wet? That must mean it's raining. Is it cold? Put on a sweater. Try figuring out things on your own, kiddo. OK Boomer. What's the most effective birth control pill? Quote. Asterisk. The most effective birth control pill is an aspirin between your knees. Asterisk. Actual quote from a friend's parent. I'll never forget it. OK Boomer. Open YouTube. How? Can you show me? Quote. OK Boomer. What's on TV right now? We only watch the news and Wheel of Fortune in this house. OK Boomer. What's the weather like? Why don't you go for a walk and see for yourself? Quote. OK Boomer. Call my husband. Only if you tell me when I'm going to get grandkids. It's about time. Quote. OK Boomer. How can I pay for college? Write a check like I did. OK Boomer. How's the weather today? Quote. Alexa. Quote. No. You're supposed to answer me. Alexa, are you listening? I can't tell if it's listening. Do I start talking yet? I think it stopped. Directions to this address. Alexa. Quote. OK Boomer. What time is it? Single quote, single quote. What? You don't know how to read a clock. The future is doomed. OK Boomer. Play today's hits. That is not music. OK Boomer. Take me to the nearest formal sit-down place. OK Snowflake. Starting your route to Applebee's. OK Boomer. What's the capital of Iraq? Quote. Back in my day, we looked things up in an encyclopedia. Damn millennials. So obsessed with their phones. OK Boomer. Volume up. What? Do you wanna become deaf? Quote. OK Boo. Quote. By your age I had a house, car, and $50K in savings. You need to stop asking for handouts. OK Boomer. Turn the thermostat to 23 degrees Celsius. That function is locked to users. OK Boomer. Where is the nearest gas station? Quote. And #X200B. OK, so you're going to want to drive past that building that used to be the old dentist office. Take a right at the large yellow house. Keep going until you see that sign for the restaurant we went to last year and then take a left. If you've reached the place where Tim Hortons used to be, then you've gone too far. OK Boomer. Look up therapists near me. Have you tried thinking positive thoughts? Okay boomer. Where's the nearest car mechanic? Quote. What? You can't fix your car yourself? Kids these days. Boomer. My engine literally just exploded. I'm sorry. I can't hear you. Try not mumbling. Asterisk enunciate your words. Asterisk. Right. Okay boomer. What's the number for my insurance company? Quote. You don't have it memorized? Sad. Where would you be without your smartphones and iTablet thingies? Quote. You know what? Never mind. I'll just walk. Thanks. Boomer. Walking. Finally. A good idea. Exercise. You're all so chubby. Don't eat right with all that Chipotle Bell stuff. And it's thank you, not thanks. And my response is, you're welcome. Not that ridiculous. No problem. You all do. Okay boomer. Please stop now. Don't you tell me to be quiet. Have some respect for your elders. When I was your age I owned a house. Quote. Okay boomer. Restaurants nearby. We have food at home. Okay boomer. Can you please autofill my credit card details on this site? What? You want to give your details to a stranger? Are you nuts? Just go drive a half an hour to the store and buy it in person. It's safer that way. Okay boomer. Tell me a joke. You snowflakes get offended over everything. You can't even take a joke. Okay boomer. What did you say, you little shit? Quote. Okay boomer. The job market is so competitive. How can I get a job? Yeah, just need gumption. Proceeds to talk about how they got a job from just walking in and demanding it. Okay boomer. Open my mail messages. I'm sorry, there's no mail delivery on Sundays. Okay boomer. What restaurants serve brunch near me? Have you tried not being gay? Quote. Okay boomer. Open Indeed. Quote. You don't need Indeed. Just walk on in and give a firm handshake, you entitled brat. And while you're at it, you can send out resumes in the mail. I bet you don't even know what stamps are, you avocado toast eating millennial. Quote. Okay boomer. Remind me to take my medication. You don't need that stuff. Just snap out of it. Okay boomer. What should I wear today? The white New Balances. Always the white New Balances. Okay boomer. Show me job application links. Here are the addresses of nearby offices with job listings. Their office hours are 9 to 5. So show up at 8:30 and expect an interview. You. Okay boomer. What are the local showtimes for Avengers? Quote. Digital assistant. I can't figure me out. You have to show me how to work myself. Why am I so slow? Quote. You. Goddamn it, stop running all those malware programs. Figure it out for yourself, and do it yourself. And #X200B would be the only lines of dialogue on the chip. Okay boomer. How do I fix my crushing debt? Ordering 1 pair bootstraps. Okay boomer. Wake me up at 6 o'clock. Asterisk wakes you up at 5 o'clock. Asterisk. Get up, it's 6 o'clock. Okay boomer. Set my alarm for 9 a.m. tomorrow. 9 o'clock. Are you sure? I see in your calendar that your flight board's at 10:30, and taking into account how it takes 30 minutes to get to the airport, that only leaves you with 1 hour to make it to your gate in time. Why don't I set your alarm for 5 a.m. instead? Or maybe 6 o'clock, if you really want to sleep in. Quote. Okay boomer. Which radio station should I listen to? Quote. Doesn't matter. Music nowadays is all trash. Okay boomer. H. Hash asterisk asterisk. It's past 9 p.m. What are you doing awake? This generation can't go a minute without using their damn phones, asterisk asterisk. Okay boomer. Tell me about how life was so easy in your time. I had a part-time job moving boxes and I could support a stay-at-home wife. 3 kids, 2 dogs, a cat, a car, and what is basically a mansion in today's world. I don't get why you always complain that life is so hard. Okay boomer. Which candidate should I vote for? Searching for sexual criminals in York County. How can I afford college? Get a higher paying job. How can I get a raise? Get a degree. Turns on phone. On your phone. Again. Kids these days always got their eyes glued to a screen. Okay boomer. Start my PC. Boomer. I told you I'm not a computer person. You're not helping me, so I'm hanging up now. Goodbye. Quote. Okay boomer. What restaurants are around me? Quote. There is an Olive Garden and an Applebee's 5 miles away from Fairy you are now period no stop. Don't type that, you stupid phone. That Olive Garden says that it offers unlimited breadsticks, but they cut me off after 6 bowls and told me that I had to choose something from the menu. The waiter wasn't filling our drinks fast enough either, so I snapped my fingers at him to get his attention. He didn't even notice. There goes his tip. Anyway, I hope you are doing all right. Your uncle is in the hospital again. They say he's not looking too good. You should visit HI Monsieur. It might be the last time you see him before he dies. Period. No typer. Period and send. How do I get rid of student loans? Work hard. Stop being lazy and useless all the time. I used to work 40 hours a day in the fields. How do you retire comfortably? Boomer. You graduate high school, get a job with a large company, buy a house by 25, work for 45 years, get retirement with a paid-off house. Okay boomer. What does insert word mean? Quote. Oh my god, get a dictionary and get off your phone. Go into the real world and maybe get a job. God, this generation is doomed. Probably longer, but I'm too lazy to type. Okay boomer. Do I need to go to college? Quote. Hell no. Just get a job at a factory and buy a house right out of high school. Quote. Okay boomer. How should I ask her out? Boomer. Back in my day, we didn't ask. Go in and ask for an application in person. Employers like people that take the initiative to get in there and ask. Okay boomer. Where is the nearest park? When I was your age, me and your grandmother would walk to Wilson Park and have malts. Okay boomer. What's the news today? I saw on Facebook that the Liberals are. Okay boomer. How do I get to Starbucks? Quote. Asterisk. What? To get one of your vegan organic caramel vanilla millennial frappuccinos? Asterisk. Just tell me how to get there. Asterisk. Just use a road map like everyone else. Asterisk. Mumbling under breath. Yeah. Like everyone else over 60 inches. Asterisk. What was that? Asterisk. I said. Okay boomer. Call Starbucks. Asterisk. Why? Don't know how to use a phone book? Asterisk. Why would I need to know that when I have a digital assistant? Quote. Asterisk. Ugh. You millennials think you're so entitled to digital assistants. Asterisk. Okay boomer. Give me a recipe for apple pie. Get in your car. Drive 4 blocks down Main Street until you arrive at the library. Ask the librarian for a recipe book. This, somehow, set off my actually, "Okay Google, at home?" question mark. Okay boomer, where's the nearest club? There's no way you're going out looking like that. Okay boomer, play Despacito, phone dials ins. Okay boomer, call Jessica from work. Who's Jessica? Do you have a girlfriend I don't know about? Quote, it's not like that, and it would be super weird if, in my day, I'd squeeze her fanny to show I'm interested. That's incredibly inappropriate. Can you just, quote, call history shows you haven't called your grandma in a while. Yeah, but she just drones on for calling grandma. Any variation of "Okay boomer, should I buy a big green egg?" would always get a yes. Okay boomer, how do I apply for a job? Quote, you walk into the place you want to work at with your resume printed out. Ask for an application. Then you sit down, fill it out, and hand it in. Then you ask to speak to their boss so you can shake their hand. Quit being a bitch and work harder. No one is going to give you shit. Works for all questions with OK Boomer. This just made me realize I can change the OK Google keyword on my phone to OK Boomer. OK Boomer, how will the world end? Quote, you millennials fucked it up. You guys are the reason we're gonna die. And don't try arguing with me. Your guys' generation can't even decide if it's a boy or girl. Quote, okay boomer, what's the weather outside? I don't know, open a window. Okay boomer, what's the weather like today? Quote, it's very chilly today. That means climate change is a hoax. Okay boomer, what's the closest route to my school? Quote, what? Don't you damn millennials know how to read a map? Back in my day we walked uphill to school both ways in the snow. Quote, also, Jack's films.